Eric, 3-1 victory over Rochdale, and just a good game to watch, really.
It was. Yeah, far different to the last time we were down here. I think it was arguably one of the best performances I've seen since I've been here, and I think again, really pleasing thing that we've probably had around half the squad being made up of players from the under-16s and 15s. So I think to produce a performance like that, particularly in the second half, was really pleasing for the academy.
Obviously, went a goal down in the first half, but kept our heads, kept going.
Yeah, I think it was fairly even affair in the first half. I think we were probably on top at the time we conceded, and from that point on, we certainly didn't crumble. I think we retained our focus, had a good control of the game for the large majority, and I think it always felt as though if we could produce a little bit of quality in the final third, that we'd have the chances to go and win the game, and obviously we did that. That
bit of quality in the first half with John, that was a nice bit of passing, and then just that bit of extra pace in the movement, and then he gets the goal.
Yeah, I think it was really pleasing to see John perform that way. He's had an up and down second half of the year, but on the back of being offered a pro contract in the last couple of weeks, I think we were expecting a really big performance from him today, and I think he did that. A couple of moments of real quality, and in particular his off the ball work was excellent. So I think that was definitely one of the most pleasing factors today.
Second half, real end-to-end battle, but Hughesy gets that goal towards the end, and really pleasing.
Yeah, exactly. Uncharacteristic of him to go and score a header, but a good way to put ourselves ahead, and I think it was certainly well deserved at that point. We had a lot of chances leading up to that, and I think from that point onwards it always looked as though we'd go on and win it, so I think the fact we did so was great.
Real captain's performance from him today, wasn't it?
Yeah, again, another second year who's been given a pro contract in the last couple of weeks, and someone whose performances have been really consistent throughout this season, so I think it was probably what we expected of him today, the fact that he's gone and put in a real captain's performance, because he does it more often than not. So I think it probably just an example of what he gives you most weeks today, other than the fact he scored a goal, which isn't something you often see.
And then at 2-1, Jack Atkinson pulls off a really important save, actually.
Yeah, and again, important to note Jack's contribution in the last couple of weeks at an under-16 who has been involved regularly. More often than not, he's been on the bench, but I think when he's been called upon, he's been excellent, very steady, produces big saves at big times, and that was an example of that today. So I think, sort of to a man, really solid performances.
And then that final minute, debutant Jermaine Turner, first goal for the under-18s, and a really nice finish.
Yeah, great to see, and I think that's what, from our point of view, academy football is all about. Stretching the young players that have got an awful lot of potential, and he's definitely one under 15 who's had a very good second half of the season, and I think given that it was his debut and he's playing a couple of years above his age group, he certainly didn't look out of place. Made a real contribution in the closing stages and took his goal really well, so I think it's a really good platform for him to come and have more involvement with the under-18s next year, and he's definitely one to watch.
I think it was 7 under-15s and 16s involved today, and none of them looked out of place there. I thought they did really well.
Exactly, and that's as I've said in our last couple of conversations, that's our policy here at the moment, that we'll try and stretch the younger players as best we can, and that's definitely something we'll continue to do next year. So the fact that we've had so many minutes across the younger age groups at this level in the past couple of weeks will give us a good springboard for next year, and they know what to expect, and they know they're capable of playing at under-18s level already. So given that couple of months more development in a programme, I think a couple of them can come and excel, no question.
And just finally, I'll get your reaction to the 5 players being offered deals. You've not been at the club very long, but from what you've sseen, you must have been really impressed by those 5.
Definitely, I think going into the week in which decisions were being made, there was a case for all 5 being offered deals. They've been consistent performers across the second half of the season. They've all got elements of great quality to their game. They're all good characters. They're all great to work with on a daily basis. So I think the fact that we've been able to get all 5 of them through into that first team setup is brilliant, and I think hopefully they'll kick on next year and they'll build upon the form that they've shown in the second half of the season. and I think it is testament to the fact that the academy is moving in the right direction. There's a lot of good players coming through the system, and I think this is evidence of it today with the 15s and 16s, but equally that second year group hopefully can go on and contribute to what's happening at first team level at some point.